everyone, teeny little haul today, but I wanted to film it so that I can start using these. I needed them for work, and so I can't have them sitting in a box, so I wanted to show them rather than collect more items and show you like a bigger haul. So these I ordered in Jackson's, and then actually sitting next to me are these two, and these I have managed to find on Amazon. They're very difficult to buy, but I decided to include them here so that I can mention them to you as I need to start using them as well. Just keep in mind, and I will try to email and talk to Jackson's, see if they can get these in their shop, because these are amazing and they have been a fantastic discovery. Okay, so firstly, let's talk about pencils. Now, I have in one video, I don't remember which one it was something about pencils, and someone mentioned, one of my viewers mentioned the Lightfast by Derwent. Oh, it must have been one of the videos where I reviewed the Derwent, let's see, the drawing pencils, saying how much I love them. And then someone said, have you tried Lightfast? And I was thinking, my goodness, what is Lightfast? Because I thought I already tried every single pencil by Derwent that there is. I have the graphite tint, I've got the ink tans, and then the drawing pencil, so that's quite a bit already. And then I realized that there is this Lightfast pencil, which basically Derwent created a line, and these are not too old. These are a few years ago they came out, maybe 3 or 4 years ago they came out. So basically they created a range that has all of the colors completely Lightfast. And before that, when you buy coloring pencils or colored pencils, usually there are some colors that are less Lightfast, other colors that are more Lightfast. And if you work in a way that you will be selling your pieces, or possibly you want to create something and being able to scan it ever so often, or you want to create something and hang on your wall, then you want to make sure you use Lightfast products in there. And as far as pencils go, this is supposed to be the top sort of range in terms of being Lightfast for every single color. They have different sets, and I have to say that I ordered 2 because I wanted to try them out. I wanted to see whether they're similar to the drawing pencils in the feeling of the pencil, because I am thinking of buying the big set, actually like a Christmas present, maybe something like that. And yeah, so I went ahead and I looked for 2 colors that I would love, but that are not included in that set, in case I will go ahead and buy the big set. So whoever you are who mentioned the Lightfast, you're guilty of me but getting really sort of interested in these pencils. So the 2 colors I have here is Cinnamon and Autumn Red. Now I will swatch these out. I will swatch a couple of things because it's such a small haul in the end. So Mars Brown, again, another, I believe it was another viewer. Sorry, I don't remember all of your names, but I remember the content that we sort of chat about, or the comments that we exchange, but I just, physically can't remember all of the names. So I'm sure if you're watching, you know who you are. So yeah, one of my viewers also mentioned this Mars Brown by Schmincke, and funny enough, I recently bought a second Mars Black just to have it on a side when I ran out of the first tube, because I love it so much. But somehow I didn't realize that there's also a Mars Brown. So yeah, I totally had to go ahead and buy it because I absolutely love the strong granulation, and actually was looking for something that is heavily granulated, and it's brown. So really happy to have discovered this one as well, thanks to my kind viewers that share all this information with me. Then we have Winsor & Newton Potter's Pink. Now, this one I have seen on Beloved Heart. I'll put the name down here. So she's a lovely lady who has passion for watercolors here on YouTube, and basically she mentioned that this Potter's Pink is once you sort of squeeze it out into the tube, it re-wets really easily. And also I really love the tone or the hue of it. It's very pretty, kind of mauve type of a color. So I decided to add that to my collection. I have already a few Potter's Pink. I'm trying to think. So there's a Daniel Smith and I think a Schmincke one I have. And one of them is very hard to re-wet. I think the Daniel Smith is quite hard to re-wet and it's best used out of a tube, but I always like to have that you know, opportunity or possibility to use it out of a half pan or pan. Then let's move on to the last thing. So the paper here, I bought a bunch of, so this is like a big sheet of paper that you can ask Jacksons to cut it down in different sizes. So they ask you either like halves or quarters, something like that. These are quarters, so you can imagine if there's 4 of those, it's a very large size of a paper. And this paper, I bought it before, so you might recognize it. It's called well, it's a tinted cream, so there are different colors. This is a tinted cream and it's got that peach color to it. And this particular one is 300 GSM and it's a cold pressed, and it's by Bockingford. So I got it in quarters, cut in quarters, and that's it. So I think the original size is 22 by 30 inches, so a huge sheet of paper. Okay, the reason I bought it again is I had something in mind for Inktober, which is not going to happen now because I am physically not able to do this in the time frame. I have quite a lot going on, which I'm catching up the September month work-wise, you know, and then basically October is going to be very busy for me, and I might do the project that I had in mind with this paper for the month of November, but I will see how that goes. I might still do it, but I'll let you know if I do go ahead with it. Now, finally, let's look at these. So these are by the brand Shiva, and it's called Artist Paintstik. So basically what these are, it says here, oil paint in stick form for drawing, painting, stenciling, and textile art. So these can be used in a number of ways. These are really chunky and they are quite expensive because it is oil paint in a stick, as they say. And it says here solid paint in stick form. So it's been formulated in such a way that it sort of doesn't, like, it doesn't dry out in the stick, but you're meant to kind of take off a bit of coating from the top of it. It's like a huge crayon, and then you are supposed to then you use it in your art. And what happens apparently is when it dries after you apply it, it then solidifies, but I think it takes maybe a couple of days or something like that, so it's not instant, but it looks like oil paint, so it has that creaminess and that sort of opaqueness to it. And I got 2 colors here. I wonder where it says anything about the colors. So this is titanium white. It's basically like a off-white color, and this one is beige. I also have, I think, smaller set coming with different colors. I'm not sure, but I ordered definitely more, so there's something else coming. But I definitely want to try them out. I will give you a bit of info here so you can do a bit of a pause and read if you fancy. And yeah, so that's that. Let's now do some swatching. Okay, so I thought I'll start with the pencils first. Actually, let me remove the paper. So I pulled out a few pencils to compare not only color but texture. So here are the Drawing Derwent pencils, which I absolutely love. This particular set, it has 24 pencils and it's got all the earthy tones, which is great for like landscapes but also portraits. It basically doubles. So I've got a nice review for that set, which is here. It's more of a like swatch video. Okay, so I'm going to start with the pencils. So from the set that I don't have exact colors, but I have something which I thought would be more or less similar. I mean, it's not in any way, trust me, but maybe I should go for a different color. Hold on. So there's this one here, which is quite light, so my worry is that you're not going to be able to see it. It's a light sienna. Anyway, for comparison purpose rather than color purpose, let's do these two colors. So let's start with the Cinnamon by Derwent. So I'm not pressing and I'm quite happy with the color payoff. So I'm going to try and build it up now. So very buildable. They feel really smooth. And they feel lovely. They don't have that sheen from building up color that some, you know, that waxy sheen that some pencils have. So I think that's quite nice. I like the feeling of it. And then let's do the next color too. So this is Autumn Red. The big set has lovely colors in there and I literally cannot wait. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I think I will have to go ahead and buy them. I really like a pencil to feel soft and a pencil that a colored pencil that doesn't need that much effort to get pigment out, and that's why I love Derwent pencils. I think they are amazing for that. I am going to compare these actually to a number of pencils for you. So I have Luminance, which is burnt ochre 50%. So these are by Caran d'Ache, and I have already explained in my previous videos that I don't enjoy these as much. They have kind of like a scratchier feel to them. Not to say they're scratchy, look, they still have fabulous pigment payoff, but they feel a lot drier. I can even hear it on the paper, and there's nothing wrong with these pencils. They are high quality, they're beautiful. I wouldn't know about, like, for example, light fastness, again, LF1, whereas all the other ones are LF2 and every single pencil. So across any other brand range, you're going to encounter this problem of some pencils being less light fast and others more. That really only matters if you want to sell original artwork, or if you want your artwork to be displayed at your home, or, you know, I don't know, if you want to create something in a sketchbook and you want it to not discolor or just stay as it is for years and years, then that would matter. Otherwise, if you're sketching, if you're not an artist, if you just do it for your own fun, it really doesn't matter. So that's the difference here. They don't feel, I find the Derwent pencils, the drawing ones as well as these Lightfast, they have this almost like a kind of like, I don't want to say oily feel, but there is definitely wetness or creaminess. Creaminess would be a better way to say. Creaminess to their pigment rather than dryness. And so that's the difference here. Now let's try I went already into colors, didn't I? Okay, so there's this color here. So Light Sienna by the Derwent Drawing Pencil. Let's compare. I mean, they feel very, very similar. The drawing pencil and the Lightfast pencil. You know, when you take a crayon that is like almost, I don't want to create, I don't want to compare these to oil pastels, but the difference between a hard wax pastel and an oil pastel, that sort of similar effect, you know? I love these. They feel very similar, so what a discovery. Okay, and then I've got two which are cinnamon, and there's one that is Holbein,